This here is the team that needs to win today. I gotta delete that banner because the Red Sox didn't sweep the Angels. They lost to them yesterday. But today, we're just gonna worry about something else. We should defeat the Warriors today. There we are. Nice. We'll wait for people to show up. Man, the Red Sox game was kind of disappointing yesterday because, I mean, we could have had a chance to sweep the Angels, but then we didn't. Like, we lost to the Angels yesterday, and they were on a 14. Oh, hey, Du Bois GP. They were literally on like a 14-game losing streak, and then we lost. They snapped our losing streak. They snapped their losing streak against us, and we were on a 7-game winning streak too. But we just gotta keep our mindset off of that, and hopefully the Celtics can win today. Okay, so far I have one person in here. It's the boy GP. No, not go Warriors, go Celtics. Wouldn't be mad if the Warriors lost. I wouldn't be mad if the Warriors won the whole thing though, because the Warriors are my third favorite team, but the Celtics are my first favorite team. So I'm pulling for the Celtics to get the W today. Let's go Celtics. We'll be looking to go up 3-1. Just wait for people to show up. We just gotta be patient. I'll just post the link again. I'll just do it again. Just do it again, cause why not? Why not do it more than one time, eh? Oh, hey, Tyler's here. Thank you, Tyler. I'm 16 now. 16. Defeat the Warriors today. Even though I do not hate the Warriors, because they're a team my family still supports, I'm still going for the Celtics. Not really talking much since like a lot of people aren't here right now. Yo, did y'all see that the Lightning won yesterday and they're one win away from going to the Stanley Cup final again? It'll be for the third straight year they go to the final again. Like they were down 2 games to none. They fought their way back. Another 3 games to 2. And game six is at their place. Yeah, they just won. They're one win away from going to the final again. Hmm. I really hope the Rangers force the game 7 and win this series. I mean, a lot of people don't think that's gonna happen, but I mean, it'd be cool if it happened though. Yeah, hopefully the Celtics win today too. Just because, like Lightning they're just like slowly starting the three-peat. Like yeah, they're in the Eastern Conference Final again. Like they're up 3 games to 2 after falling on 2 games to 9, and like they already won the cup. They they already won the cup twice in a row. And like if they go back, it'll be for the third straight year, and they could probably three-peat since they won the cup two. They also won the cup in the last 2 years. You know, you know, the last. You know what's funny is like the last time that the Lightning didn't win the cup, like this was the last time that the Lightning didn't win the cup. They had like the President's Trophy in round one. They had like the President's Trophy, but then they got swept in round one. That was the last time that they didn't win the cup, and like they probably should have won the cup that year. So like they could, like, who knows? I mean, like Tampa Bay's just a really good team. Like, is it just funny how like Tampa Bay, like after getting swept in the first round when they had the President's Trophy, like they just because like now they had, and like right after that year they won the cup 2 times in a row. It's like they're making up for it. It's like they're angry about it. It's like they're angry that they got swept in the first round with the President's Trophy, that they decided to just go and win the cup 2 times in a row to make up for it. And the team that they got swept by was it was the Columbus Blue Jackets, and that was actually the first time ever the Columbus Blue Jackets have advanced in a playoff series. So yeah, I mean like that was a huge upset in that series. Like Columbus Blue Jackets, their first playoff series win ever is a sweep over the team that had the President's Trophy in round with the team that had the President's Trophy and you swept and like they got swept in round one. It's like that was a huge upset. I bet nobody picked the I'm pretty sure nobody picked the Blue Jackets to win that series, and then they won all 4 games against the Lightning. And also today, and I mean also this season, the Florida Panthers had the President's Trophy. And I mean they got past the first round, but then they got swept in round 2. So like there's only 2 teams in the NHL where they had the President's Trophy, but then they got swept. Like yeah, like a few years ago it was the Lightning when they got swept by the Blue Jackets, and this year it was the Lightning. It was when the Panthers got swept by the Lightning. You could maybe also say that the Lightning made up for. You can maybe also say that the Lightning sweep on the Panthers was also making up for the sweep on the when they got swept by the Blue Jackets, since like Florida had the President's Trophy and then the Lightning swept them. So yeah, kind of felt bad for Florida though. You know, I mean like a lot of people say that the President's Trophy is cursed, and I mean I can agree with that. I can see that. I can definitely see the President's Trophy being a curse because I'm gonna explain the last couple of times of the President's Trophy curse and all that stuff. So let me say something. So like in 2016 and 2017, so like the in 2016 and 2017, the Capitals had the President's Trophy. And in both of those years, they exited out of the first. They exited out of the second round on the Penguins. Like yeah, and then like in 2018, Predators had the President's Trophy. They got eliminated in round 2. 2019, Lightning had the President's Trophy. They got swept. 2020, there wasn't really a President's Trophy winner since the playoffs were in the bubble, but I think the Bruins were considered to have it since like when everything went on lockdown, the Bruins were first place in the overall position still. So I guess you can consider the Bruins having the President's Trophy in that year. But they got eliminated in round 2 in that year. So in 2021, Colorado had the President's Trophy, and they got eliminated in round 2 by my Vegas Golden Knights, of course. And in 2022, which is this year, Panthers had the President's Trophy. They got eliminated in round 2. So for like I know it seems like for like 7 straight years, it's like the nobody can win. It's like if you win the President's Trophy, then you don't win the cup. It's like saying you have the President's Trophy. Why would you need to get the cup? It's like that's like with this President's Trophy curse. It's like how the way I see it. It's like you had the President's Trophy. Hooray! Now you don't. Now you can be happy, and you don't need to go win the cup. No, if you're the President's Trophy winner, you should try to win the cup because people are going to be picking you to win the cup, and if they see you get eliminated, they're just gonna. I mean, I don't know, but like just this President's Trophy curse that's been occurring lately. It's like it's just not hasn't been good for any teams lately. Like that's why I hope Vegas doesn't win the President's Trophy. And the when it was Vegas's when it was their 4th year, this was their 4th year. It was like in 2021 or something like that. What was it? Wait. Oh yeah. Sorry. So yeah, this was in the this the in the Vegas's this was Vegas's fourth year ever in the NHL, and like it was like during it was in 2021, and like we almost got the President's Trophy, but then Colorado was able to win games, and like they got it because they beaten us a few times as well. And yeah, I mean, but now I'm kind of starting to think that maybe it was a good thing that we didn't get the President's Trophy since Colorado had the President's Trophy, we played them and got eliminated, and they got eliminated in round two. And yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe you don't want your team to win the President's Trophy. Like if this President's Trophy curse keeps occurring, then just maybe just maybe people I don't think any team would want it. Well, I mean, maybe the team wants it, but I don't know like what the fans would think. Like the fans would probably think, "Oh no, we have the President's Trophy. We're gonna have the curse." I feel like maybe what they should do, maybe what the team should do, so like in case they don't get the President's Trophy curse, is like maybe what they should do is like what if they like did something to like say so like okay yeah they clinched the President's Trophy, but they can be like we're not gonna we're not gonna do the presentation, and we're not gonna take our President's Trophy yet until we win the cup or our season's over. So like if they're the team, so like if like they're the team that wins the cup, they'll get like the cup and the President's Trophy at the same time. And if they're basically the team to win the President's Trophy and then they get eliminated and don't go to the cup, then they might do then maybe they should do like the ceremony when like the playoffs are done. Yeah, like it's kind of ridiculous how many times this curse has occurred for for the in the NHL, how it keeps occurring, and it's like no team that wins the President's Trophy can win the cup apparently. Like for real. Boston Celtics. Mm, I should probably tell people that I'm live. I mean, like a lot of people aren't here right now because, like, I mean, it's this is early. It's early that I'm doing this. So, like, what? I mean, like, I mean, my time is 7:51 right now. Those other people who like live on the east side of the United States, like their times are like a little bit different. Like they could be like 3 hours ahead. Like their time could be like 9:51 or 10:51. Like obviously it's summer vacation. People want to sleep in sometimes. I mean, there's really nothing wrong with sleeping in, but like I'm starting to think that maybe if you have, I mean, if you're on summer vacation or on the weekend, I mean, you shouldn't really try to like sleep. Oh wait, it says I have people watching. I'm just gonna post the link again, just so like they can join if they want to. It says I have some. Oh yeah, it's like it's 9:52 for you, and like yeah, people on like the east side, they'll be like they're like 2 hours ahead or like 3 hours ahead, and like I know some people honestly don't wake up until like noon. because like when they don't have school, since it's summer vacation, they just want to. Sometimes they can just sleep in, but I don't think. To be honest, I don't know if sleeping in on like I don't know if sleeping in is like a best decision because like if you're on the weekend or on summer vacation, you should take the time to get up and do stuff and do some fun stuff, you know? And that's what I mean. Oh, you got wait, you guys can't see it? You guys can't see the link? Hold up. Oh, okay. Okay, I see what it's doing. All right, hold up. Let me post. Okay, you know what? Maybe I have to post it in the description then. I might have to post it in the description then. All right. If you guys just like refresh your screen, the link's in the description now. I didn't know it wasn't I didn't know it wasn't showing. Okay, so I'm gonna type this now then. Link is in description. I'm really sorry guys. I didn't know the link wasn't showing. I thought it was, but I put it in the description so that y'all can see it. This chair here likes to creak. This chair is really creaky. All right, we're gonna give the boy GP some time because he's gonna be in here soon. Can the Boston Celtics take a 3-1 series lead? Can the Rangers also force a game 7 and win the series? I can't believe they gave up the 2-0 series lead. Bro, I had a lot of faith in them when they were up 2 games to 0, but now they're trailing. But you know what? I'm not going to lose faith. Hopefully these Rangers can force a game 7 and win the series. Hmm. So if people come up here and like they ask where the link is, I'm just gonna say it's in the description. I didn't talk for a while because I was looking through my phone. I think the Vegas Golden Knights they'll be a better team next year. We'll go to the playoffs. It's like all the injuries screwed us. We had so many problems and and we lost to like a bunch of teams that we shouldn't have lost to. You guys see the person here on the boy Cheapy's profile picture? That's Joe Burrow. That's Joe Burrow. I mean so like obviously he plays for the Bengals now. And he went to the Super Bowl with the Bengals, but unfortunately he lost with them. But like, yeah, you see, as an Ohio State fan, believe it or not, Joe Burrow used to play for Ohio State too. And then there was this one issue going on with Joe Burrow and the other fans. Like, you see, Ohio State was like saying was trying to like claim Joe Burrow to just be a Buckeye, not an LSU Tiger. Well, like in my opinion, for that situation, why does this chair have to creak? Okay, um, so like obviously in the boy GP's profile picture, he's an LSU fan and he likes Joe Burrow, and yeah, like that's just like Joe Burrow in his LSU uniform, and like obviously he plays for the Bengals now. He went to the Super Bowl with them, and but like obviously he didn't win, so that kind of sucks. But there was like this one issue that was going on between Joe Burrow and his fans. You see, what happened was like Ohio State was trying to claim Joe Burrow as a Buckeye, like just a Buckeye and not an LSU Tiger. But like, I mean, in my opinion, and I mean, like, there's this one time when Joe Burrow was like, "I'm definitely still a Buckeye," even though he was wearing an LSU hoodie, and like he also said he was an LSU Tiger as well. So like, I mean, that's the way I see it. I don't understand why like Ohio State fans and LSU fans were like arguing if like Joe Burrow was a Buckeye or an LSU Tiger because I mean because well Joe Burrow he graduated from Ohio State and like he also played for the team and he went to he went to LSU and like he won the Heisman and the national championship with LSU, so like he has a pretty good case of like being a Ohio State Buckeye and an LSU Tiger. Like in my opinion, that situation should have never occurred. There shouldn't have been like any arguing about like trying to claim Joe Burrow if he's like a Buckeye or an LSU Tiger since he would be considered both basically. But yeah, I mean, I feel like maybe the reason why Ohio State was trying to claim Joe Burrow is because so like he played for Ohio State, then he went to LSU, and then he went to the NFL team that's in Ohio. Like he brought that team to the Super Bowl. So I guess like maybe since Joe Burrow like went back basically kind of went like back to Ohio after playing for LSU. I guess that's what started it. But in my opinion, in my opinion, he should be considered both. Considered an he should be considered both a Buckeye and an LSU Tiger. I don't really see the problem with both because he has a really good case of like being both of these things. But as an Ohio State fan, I hate to admit this, but he kind of looks, but he looks kind of better in an LSU uniform. Like the LSU uniform just looks more right on him. I mean, he's on the Bengals now, so that's pretty good. Been live for about 30 minutes now. Where's the boy GP? I thought he was gonna join. I mean, he's sitting in the bed, so I mean, I'll give him some time. Don't rush him now. You don't want to rush the man. Sometimes you gotta give him time. You gotta give them time, right? You gotta give them time. Whew. 33 minutes of streaming. I probably started this too early. I mean, I don't know if I did, but I probably did. Oh, we're gonna keep going though. We're gonna keep streaming though. Nothing wrong with making the stream a little bit longer, right? Correct. Let's go Celtics. We need to win over Golden State and go up 3 games to 1. Yo, CRC Sportsman just commented on my video. He hasn't been on YouTube in a while, and like he just commented on my video, so like I'm gonna ask him where he's been, you know? I'm gonna show you guys all the profile pictures that I have. So I have the Golden Knights one here. I have the Raiders one right here. You guys saw this one. I have an Ohio State one. I have a Boston Red Sox one. And I have one that's not even sports related. It's just Pac-Man. But this is the one I'm gonna have for today. I should try to ask people if they want to join my stream. Hold on, I'm gonna ask some people if they want to join my stream. Ask this guy. I need stretch. Okay, I just did it. Let me take a look at some Raiders news. Well, let me take a look at some news if there's anything going on with my team. If anything happened. All right, we signed Renfro to a 2-year, $32 million extension. Great move. It seems like Devontae Adams and Hunter Renfro can probably get along. Like, yeah. See if there's any news from Vegas. Nah, nothing new. It seems like right now for the Vegas Golden Knights, they're just trying to figure out trying to find a new coach since they fired DeBoer. All right, wait. Oh shoot, we got college football news here. Cincinnati, Houston, UCF to exit AAC for Big 12 in 2023 after settlement. That's what it says. So yeah, I just read that. Okay, I've been live for 40 minutes now. Um, I'm starting to think that maybe people will join when it turns 9 my time because that's when it's noon for some people. Or like when it turns 10 maybe. And I wonder how long this Chromebook will last. I mean, it's at 85% right now, which is good. But we don't know how, but like, I don't know how fast the battery goes on this thing. I haven't been talking a lot, but it's something. What can I talk about? I already talked about like the finals. I already talked about like the NBA finals and like all that stuff. You know, maybe okay. So like, I talked about NHL. I talked about the NBA. I think I'm gonna talk about NFL because I don't think I've talked about NFL in a while. So I took a look at the Raiders' schedule for next season, and I think we actually have a slight chance of going 10-7 again. I mean that record was pretty good. I mean because like that record was good enough to help us go to the playoffs. So like I think maybe if we go 10-7 again at least, then we could probably go to the playoffs still. That week 18 game though against the Chargers, that's probably going to be game of the year. Cause like that game was basically a playoff game. Like between the Chargers and the Raiders, whoever wins moves on to the other team's eliminated. Unless if there's a tie, then both teams would have won. That was a that was an interesting scenario for that game. Like winner is moving on, loser is going home. But if there's a tie, then both of these teams are going to the playoffs, and this other team's going home. Like it almost did end in a tie. Like we could have both won, but like Chargers called timeout, so Raiders decided to kick the field goal and win the game. Raiders were in, Chargers were out, and the Steelers were in. I nearly had a heart attack in that game. Is it like how many times Justin Herbert converted on fourth down for his Chargers? That was just that game shouldn't even been close to going to overtime. We had a 15-point lead in that game, and we gave it up because of the fourth down conversions we allowed. The Chargers, they have this head coach Brendan Staley, and to be honest, I feel like he likes to play aggressive because like he always likes to go for it on fourth down, always. Like during the 2021 to 2022 season, he would always go for it on fourth down, like regardless. Like even if it was in his own territory, he would still go for it. And that's crazy, you know. But I have this feeling that maybe Brendan Staley is probably going to be fired because of the aggressive calls he makes. And the fact that he called a timeout instead of just taking the tie. And like if he would have just allowed a tie, his team would have been in the playoffs still. Like obviously he's an aggressive coach and he wanted to play aggressive in the game to try and go for the win. So we decided to go for the win, and that's how the Chargers got eliminated. I mean, I hope the StreamYard is working properly. Cause like I mean, it started off with like me not being able to like post a link in the chat. Like I had to post it in the description. And I mean, the boy GP said he would join earlier. So like I don't know if there's like any. So I hope there's like not any issue with like the StreamYard letting people in. I mean, I hope it's working fine. I mean, it should be. Yeah, like again, I said, I mean, there's probably like some people who like to sleep in. So like it's probably like 10 or 11, whatever for them, and they probably need time to wake up. Just slowly, slowly waking up. Go Celtics today. It's crazy how the Warriors they went to the finals in 6 of their last 8 years. Like they went to the Warriors. They were in the finals for 5 straight years. Then they missed the playoffs for 2 straight years, and now here they are in the finals again. So like the last six times the Warriors were in the playoffs, they made the final regardless. Like those only 2 times they didn't make the finals was because they weren't even in the playoffs. Like Curry's just he's probably going to be a Hall of Famer for the NBA. It's like how many times he's been to the final, how many like he's been to the final so many times, and like he's insane, dude. Like in game 1, I mean, the Celtics still won game 1, but Curry made history in that game. He had 21 points in the first quarter. Like that's crazy. I'm about to hit 50 minutes, but I mean, we're almost at an hour still, so yeah. I have a feeling that the Raiders are probably gonna make Zamir White their main starter because I heard that Josh Jacobs wasn't like practicing during like the OTAs, whatever those stand for. I just have this really good feeling that Zamir White's going to be our future. I mean, hopefully the defense is also good. The fact that the Packers traded Devontae Adams to the Raiders, which I'm really happy about since I'm a Raiders fan, I think they need to try to look for some wide receivers. I mean, I don't know how the Packers will do next season since they got rid of their wide receiver. Man, I cannot believe we have Devontae Adams. Derek Carr actually was trying to get Devontae Adams on the Raiders for a really long time. Like he was trying to like reunite with him or something. Like Derek Carr was trying to reunite with Devontae Adams, and like he got it done. Like yeah, like Derek Carr said that he was Like for a long time, he was actually trying to get Devontae Adams to the Raiders and like reunite with him, and that's what they did. It's like it's a good thing that Devontae Adams is with us then. Dude, these are we're gonna have so many good wide receivers this year. Wide receivers are gonna be amazing. Like these are the wide receivers we have. We have Devontae Adams. We have Hunter Renfro. But we have Demarcus Robertson too, and we have Darren Waller. I have a feeling this offense. I have a feeling these wide receivers are going to be amazing. We have a lot of running backs too. I'm just feeling confident we should try Zamir White and like we should try to get Zamir White and try to do everything we can. Like he'll have a good future. Like I have a feeling like Zamir White is gonna be our future running back because of like how good he was with Georgia and all that stuff. Like I just have this really great. I just have this feeling that he could be our future for running back. I mean, Josh Jacobs. I mean, he is really good, but like I just heard he hasn't been practicing or like the OTAs, whatever those stand for. I mean, that's all I've been hearing. So like I have this feeling that Samir White can be the the main running back for next season, and it's just gonna be it'll be amazing for Zamir White. Like he could be our future for sure. He had a really good draft too, and like some of the defense players that we got. Who was there? Who were the defense players? Defensive line. We got Matthew. We signed a Matthew Butler from Tennessee, and we got Neil Farrell from LSU. And here we also got Chandler Jones. We signed him as well. And we also gave Max Crosby another deal, like a 4-year deal. So the defense could be decent, it looks like. So yeah. Do you guys think the Raiders should start to make Zamir White the main starter? I think they should. I would love it if they did that. The Raiders also had to make. I mean, the Raiders also did make some trades this season as well. Like they traded Mariota and they traded Mariota and Brian Edwards to the. They traded both of them to the Falcons. I mean, they were both really good players, but I guess because of the people who we got, I guess we had to make some trades. And I mean, Zay Jones. And we didn't trade Zay Jones. Zay Jones left to go sign a contract with the Jaguars, but you know, it's his choice. We will miss him, but yeah. And I don't know if they made the decision to like I don't know if they made the decision if they're gonna have Colin Kaepernick be on the team since like he was working out with us and he hasn't played an NFL game in like 6 years, but like Derek Carr said that he would be a good fit for us. Like, I mean, I don't really know what's gonna happen. I mean, here's something to think about. I mean, like, so like obviously Colin Kaepernick, he would definitely be a really good backup quarterback. Like, he would be a good fit. But like, you also have to think about like the actions that they. I feel like you also have to think about the actions that they do. Like, it's like the fact of what he did, which made him like not being able to like play in the NFL for like 6 years now. Like I heard, like I think what he did was like he kneeled during our national anthem and disrespected our flag like that. So yeah, I mean, so like that's how like he was not in the NFL for 6 years. So like something to think about if you're on the Raiders right now is like maybe like seems like so like obviously Colin Kaepernick would be like a good fit for the Raiders, but like you also have to think about the actions that they do. Like do you like you don't want a player on your team that doesn't have good actions or something because of like how Colin Kaepernick he was a he would be a good backup quarterback was like he like the it's like just because like what he did to get suspended, it's like do you even want him because of what he did? Like a lot of people have been saying that Colin Kaepernick shouldn't be back in the NFL just because of what he did that got him to not be in the NFL for 6 years, but he would still be a good player if we took him. It's like that's just see, yeah, that is something to think about. Like, do you care about like how good the player would be if you took him, or do you also care about the actions that they have? Well, that's something to think about. Like what's more important for sports? The way that they play and how good they are, or the way they act? It's like Antonio Brown, right? I mean, it's like Antonio Brown, right? Like he's a really good NFL player. Like no, he's really good. Like he'll score touchdowns. He'll make a lot of great catches. But like he's been released by teams because of the way he acted. Like yeah, he got like released by the Bucks because like what he did on the Jets field. Like yeah, that's embarrassing. So like I don't think Antonio Brown's going to be back in the NFL. I don't think he should be. He should be done. But yeah, like this it's just like something to think about. Like yeah, it's just like something to think about. Like if you should care about like how good the player is, or if you should care about like their actions. Like what's more important for the sports? The way they play or the way they act? That's just how it is. Because I mean you also want to have players on your team that know how to treat other people well. So yeah. I mean, the quarterbacks that the Raiders have right now, so like we have Derek Carr. He'll definitely be our main starter. He'll definitely be our main starter. We also have Chase Garbers. We also have Nick Mullins, and we also have Jarrett Stidham. So like those are the four quarterbacks we have right now. So like I think if Colin Kaepernick does come back with us, then he might be the backup. But like if he doesn't, then like the other three quarterbacks, which are like Chase Garbers, Nick Mullins, Jarrett Stidham, maybe one of those would be one of those would probably be the backup. But like I really wouldn't know who. But yeah, just the quarterback thing for the Raiders right now. But like obviously regardless, we all know that Derek Carr is going to be the main starter. Real question is just the backup, obviously. Which is why it sucks how we traded Mariota, because like he was able to run and like he was like super fast. Like he was a really good backup. So like it kind of sucks how we traded him. And yo, we just hit 1 hour of streaming. So that was pretty good, pretty good. 1 hour of streaming. Not a lot of people are here, but I'm just talking. Yeah, that's fine. But yeah. A lot of people have been saying like the AFC West could probably be the best division next season. Cause like a lot of teams in that division have made like good moves. Like, cause yeah, I mean like the Raiders, they had a good draft and they got Devontae Adams and they have Colin Kaepernick working out with us. Like they signed a few players and like some other teams though, like yeah, like the Broncos also made good moves. Like Broncos, they got Russell Wilson and they got Randy Gregory. The Chargers, they got Khalil Mack and J.C. Jackson. And the Kansas City Chiefs, They got rid of Tyreek Hill and Tyrann Matthew, but they did get Juju Smith-Schuster. And Patrick Mahomes is still a really good quarterback, and I mean, like, he'll find some people to throw to. Like, he still has Travis Kelce, and like, obviously, he has Juju now. So yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, I mean, I'm not trying to be biased when I say this, but I feel like the team that should be most worried for in the AFC West, like the team in the AFC West that should be most worried are the Kansas City Chiefs because like they've been dominating the division for a while now. But like the fact of how the teams in their division have been making really good moves and how like they traded Tyreek Hill and Tyrann Matthew, like they're probably gonna have they're probably gonna it's probably gonna be more challenging for them for because of like the moves that they've been making. Because of how the teams in the other division have been making, yeah, like Broncos, Russell Wilson and Randy Gregory, Chargers, J.C. Jackson, and Khalil Mack, Raiders, Devontae Adams, and they've also been they had a really great job. Like they got Samir White, and and Colin Kaepernick's working out with us right now. I also have to hope. I also have to hope that Josh McDaniels is good at play calling as well. Hunter Renfrow's a good player for the Raiders. I'm glad we have him. He was pretty good. I'm glad we have him for sure. I mean, the rumors are still. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna look up. Is Drew Brees coming out of retirement? Okay, so yeah, he's undecided right now. Like he doesn't know what he's gonna do yet. Like he's like there's like a ton of rumors saying like he could come back. It would be crazy if he did. And like, yeah, I mean, it would be crazy if he came back. Like I don't know what he would do because like you see his kids on Twitter when Drew Brees' kids announced his retirement on Twitter, they were actually kind of happy about it because that meant that he was going to be able to spend more time with them. So like I don't know if Drew Brees would want to like come out of retirement because of how his family is with it. But it would just be kind of cool if he did. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, I feel like the Saints and maybe some of the Saints fans would want him back. Cause like right now for the Saints, they don't really have that they don't really have that much good quarterbacks right now. Like they have here are the Saints quarterbacks right now. Right now, the Saints they have Jameis Winston, Andy Dalton, Ian Book, and Taysom Hill. Cause like yeah, oh yeah, and also I don't know if you guys heard, but Taysom Hill actually he's not gonna be the quarterback he's not gonna be a quarterback on the Saints anymore. He's gonna be a tight end now. So on the quarterbacks list, Taysom Hill's not really on there anymore. I mean, even though on my phone it says he is, he's actually not. He said he's gonna be focusing on tight end now. So yeah, the New Orleans Saints quarterbacks are Jameis Winston, Andy Dalton, and Ian Book. Like it seems like all three of those quarterbacks are not that good. So like it seems like the New Orleans Saints would really want Drew Brees back because of all the quarterbacks they have who aren't like that decent right now. Like Drew Brees is definitely undecided. And I mean, if he does come back to the NFL, listen, if he does come back to the NFL, he has to, I mean, would he even go back to the Saints? Or would he try to look for a new team to play for? Like if he comes out of retirement, will he go back to the Saints or would he would he go back to the Saints or would he try to find a new team? Because I mean, like if he comes out of retirement, it seems like the Saints would definitely need him. It would need to give him a huge contract. It's like, yeah. It's like obviously it is Drew Brees' decision, but the way I see it, I think Drew Brees' family would probably not want him to go back to playing football because of like how his kids announced his retirement on Twitter and how like the kids were happy about it that he retired. But for the fans and the actual team, I think they would probably want him to come back because they don't have they don't have really the best quarterbacks right now. And like the real question is like if Drew Brees does come back to the NFL, would he even return to the Saints? Or would he try to find a new team to play for? It's like there's a bunch of questions for if Drew Brees returns. It would be crazy if he came back though. It would be crazy. It's just like how Tom Brady announced that he was gonna that he was like it's like how Tom Brady announced that he was gonna come to retirement, but then he suddenly just came back. I mean that was actually pretty crazy. Like Tom Brady said, you know what? I played for a long time. I think I'm gonna retire because yeah, if he did retire, he would have retired with 7 rings. Yeah, no, he decided to come back, and yeah, it's crazy. Like it's crazy how he said how he's gonna retire, and then he just suddenly came back. Like that was crazy. I mean, I kind of like how he came out of retirement. But honestly, can you guys imagine though? What can you guys like imagine if like Tom Brady came out of retirement and decided he was going to play for the Patriots again? So yeah. So yeah. But yeah, the fact of like it's like if Tom Brady it's like it would be crazy if Drew Brees came out of retirement because of like what Tom Brady did, say that he's done, but then he comes back. Like if Drew Brees comes out of retirement, he'd be doing the same exact thing of what Tom Brady did. They would both come back. They'll both be back. Hmm. Yeah. I feel like the Saints really do need Drew Brees. They really do need him, honestly. They do not have that many good. They do not have a single good quarterback on their team. I mean, they would have had Taysom Hill, but then he decided to focus. He decided to focus on tight end. And why would the Saints sign Andy Dalton? It doesn't really seem like anybody's happy when. I mean, to be honest, I mean, like the only reason why I said why did the Saints sign Andy Dalton is because I just it just seems like when people sign Andy Dalton, they're not happy about it. Like it doesn't really seem like anybody likes Andy Dalton. Like a lot of people don't like it when they sign Andy Dalton. I mean, is it like not a good quarterback or something? Yeah, there are some QBs in the NFL who are literal trash.
And it just seems like Andy Dalton's one of them since like I feel like every time somebody signs him, they're not happy about it at all. Another team that I'm really concerned about next NFL season. So like yeah, hold on, sorry. So like another team that I'm really concerned about for next season would be the Miami Dolphins. Cause like the Miami Dolphins, ever since Tom Brady left the division, the Miami Dolphins, they've been getting like better and better. Like they had a winning record for two they had winning seasons for 2 years in a row. And like yeah, last season they started the season 1-7, and then they won seven straight. Like they almost like that still kept them alive for a playoff, and like they almost made the playoffs for 2 years in a row. Like yeah, so yeah, the Dolphins ever since Tom Brady left, they've had two straight winning seasons, and like during this offseason, they got Tyreek Hill and they got I mean, they did get Teddy Bridgewater, but I think they're gonna mainly start with Tua. I think they're gonna start Tua, and Tua's pretty good as well. Like the Dolphins, they also have, um, they also have Waddle and Mike Gesicki. They have really good wide receivers now, and I heard they also got the Sony Michelle dude from the Rams. So yeah, yeah, I just have so yeah, the Dolphins are definitely a team that I'm concerned about for next season because like they've been getting better and better. They could eventually make the playoffs, and like maybe with the moves that they made this offseason, they probably could. They could probably be a playoff team for sure. And yeah, I just have this feeling that one day the Dolphins they will be a good team and go to the playoffs. Like they were so close to doing it for 2 years in a row, having a winning record for 2 years in a row. Like they've been getting better. I just have this feeling they could honestly make a shot at the playoffs next season because of how close they were last year and the year before. Yeah, with the moves that they made this offseason, I think they could probably be a playoff team for sure. They'll definitely be a scary team. I mean, maybe if the defense is good enough. I mean, the only good thing that I know about the Dolphins is their offense. Like I only know the good players on the offense. I don't really know any good players on the defense. So I guess maybe if the Dolphins want to be a really good team to make the playoffs, maybe also focus on the defense. Because it seems like their offense is already pretty good, but I mean I don't really know about their defense right now. So yeah, that's definitely something to think about for the Dolphins. Are you good? Are they going to be a playoff team next season or no? But regardless, it seems like they're just going to come really close. And one team that I was concerned about last season were the Baltimore Ravens. So like last season, the Ravens they didn't go to the playoffs. So like what happened to them is that the Ravens they were 8-3, but then they lost six in a row, and that made them miss the playoffs. And I feel like maybe the reason why the Ravens missed the playoffs last year was because Lamar Jackson got injured. It's like he couldn't. It's like he wasn't the starter, and like they just didn't do well without him. So I'm starting to think that maybe hmm, maybe the Ravens could honestly be better since Lamar Jackson won't be injured anymore. Yeah, I feel like the Ravens just missed the playoffs because Lamar Jackson got injured, and but I feel like the Ravens definitely would have made the playoffs if Lamar wasn't injured. So yeah, um, that what's the name of the division that the Ravens are in? Oh, I gotta look that up. Oh, okay, it's called the AFC North. So yeah, the Ravens. Okay, so yeah, I have a feeling that the AFC North division could honestly be a really good division as well. Like earlier, I talked about how people have been saying that the AFC West division could probably be a good division, but I also feel like the AFC North could also be a really good division. Cause like, listen here, like I mean, the only I feel like the only reason why the Ravens didn't go to the playoffs was because Lamar Jackson got injured. But Lamar Jackson, he will be back for next season, and he's still a really good quarterback. So like the Ravens could probably be decent, and like the Bengals, they went to the Super Bowl last year, and Joe Burrow is also really good with Jamar Chase. And yeah, like I feel like the Bengals could also be really good as well. Like the Steelers, even though Ben Roethlisberger retired, they got Kenny Pickett from the draft, so they have like they have a quarterback that could probably have a really good future. And the Browns, they got Deshaun Watson. So it seems like the AFC North, they've made moves to get like good quarterbacks. So like I guess the AFC North division could also be questionable if they're going to be a really good division to find out or not. But yeah, I wonder who will win the division for the AFC North. Because like Lamar Jackson's coming back for the Ravens. The Bengals, they were in the Super Bowl last year, and Joe Burrow's also really good. The Browns got Deshaun Watson, and the Steelers got Kenny Pickett in the draft. Wait, was it in the draft? Oh yeah, it was in the draft. Okay. So yeah, the AFC North could also be questionable as well. For the AFC South, I feel like the Colts honestly have a good chance of winning the division. I'm not trying to act stupid by saying that, but like I kind of have a feeling that just maybe the Colts could honestly win the division next season because like the Colts they got Matt Ryan. They have really good running backs and they have Michael Pittman. While like the Titans, while like what the Titans did, they released they released Julio Jones and they traded AJ Brown. And I mean like the Titans, they do have Derrick Henry, but like Ryan Tannehill just can't keep running the ball to Derrick Henry all the time. He needs someone to throw it to. Like if they don't have AJ Brown or Julio Jones, what are they gonna do? I don't really know why the Titans released Julio Jones, but like the AJ Brown trade was huge. So yeah. So yeah, like the Colts, they could probably have a better chance of winning the division since of like they got Matt Ryan, and I mean they also have some other good players as well. Well, like the Titans, they got rid of some good players, like they released Julio Jones and traded AJ Brown. So it's like what I'm saying is like the Titans, they're not making this look easy. They're making it easier for the Colts to try and win the division because of the things that they did and how the Colts have made a few good moves. It's like the job for the Colts is like getting easier. It's like slowly getting easier and easier and easier because of what the Titans did by releasing Julio Jones and trading AJ Brown. It's like this just makes it easier for the Colts, basically. I mean, like the Colts last season, they almost made the playoffs. Like, I mean, the Colts they started the season 0-3. I mean, they almost made the playoffs, but they just couldn't get the job done. Like they had a chance to clinch the playoff berth in week 17 and week 18, but they lost both of those games. They got eliminated from the playoffs. And the Jaguars were the team that eliminated them, and the Jaguars they only had 2 wins during that time. So like that was kind of embarrassing for them. But I think the Colts are just going to do everything they can to shake that off and try to and just still try to find a way to make a run at the playoffs and maybe even win the division because I mean the Titans are not making this look easy for them. They just got rid of Julio Jones and AJ Brown, 2 really good players. I mean, I know they have Derrick Henry, but they're not going to keep running the ball to him all the time. Ryan Tannehill needs someone to throw the ball to. So right now I've been live for an hour and 23 minutes. And this laptop is at a 67%. I mean, it's just been chilling here, basically. Talking about a lot of sports. I mainly just covered NFL. I have a feeling that since that I I'm a since I'm completely older now, like I started my channel when I was I think I started my channel when I was 13. Like on my first channel, if you go back and like look at my oldest videos, like the very first ones, my voice was like really young. Like I was like voice was kind of squeaky, not gonna lie. But like now I'm 16 and my voice is a lot deeper. Like I feel like since I'm just turning 16, my voice is probably gonna get deeper and deeper and deeper. Because I mean that's how it works. Yeah, like that's always something that happens to us. Like we have like voices that are like squeaky and high pitched, but when we get older and older, they just get deeper. That's just how it works. So yeah. Uh, let's go Celtics today. Just wait a minute. Just wait. Just hold up. I'm doing something. I just sent like a comment to the boy GPs. Like, I mean, I don't know if he's still watching because like at 7:54 a.m. he said he could join in a bit. And now it's 8:59 and he hasn't even joined yet. So like I mean I just sent him a comment to see what was going on, if he was still gonna do it. I'm about to hit 1 hour and 30 minutes of streaming soon, but I'm at 1 hour and 28 minutes right now. I heard that when the Colts lost to the Jaguars, there were like people wearing clown noses. I think they were like calling the Colts clowns. Because like when the Colts lost to the Jaguars, that eliminated them from the playoffs. And they also could have clinched the playoffs, but if they had beaten us in week 17, but no, we kept our season alive, and yeah. The Jaguars were a good team in 2018 though. Like they went to the AFC Championship game, but now they just suck. I played the Jaguars this season though. What week is it? What week do I play Jacksonville? The game's in Jacksonville too. And I just hit 1 hour and 30 minutes. Let's go. Oh wait, let's see. Where is it? I play the Jaguars on week 9, and the game is in Jacksonville. So yeah, I played the Jaguars this season. I think all 3 wins that the Jaguars had were pretty huge for most of the fans. Because I mean, obviously their first win was against the Dolphins. So like they started like the Jaguars, they started their season 0-5. And then like obviously they snapped their 20-game losing streak. Because if you go to the season 2 years ago, they won their first game, but then they lost the next 15. And then last season they went 0-5. So they basically lost 20 games in a row. But then they snapped that by defeating the Dolphins. And yeah, so like they ended their 20-game losing streak. And Trevor Lawrence got his first win. Yeah, and then their second win, they somehow defeated Buffalo, and the game. I mean, it was just 9-6, but somehow the the Jaguars, they just beat Buffalo apparently. And like, I was actually kind of surprised about that. Like it must have been embarrassing for the Bills to lose to the Jaguars. But yeah, that must have been insane for Jacksonville fans for beating the Bills. And then their third win was against the Colts, and that eliminated them from the playoffs. And the Colts, they got made fun of so much for losing to the Jaguars. And yeah, it's like all three wins that the Jaguars had last season were pretty big, if you ask me. And come to think of it, all three of the wins that the Jaguars had last season were all at home. They were all at home. They didn't win a game on the road. And come to think of it, actually, the Jaguars they didn't win a game on the road on the season 2 years ago either. It's like it seems like the Jaguars are gonna be trying to look for a win on the road. Cause like in the last two seasons, like the 1-15 season and the 3-14 season, the Jaguars, all four of those wins, they were just at home. They they haven't won a game on the road in a while. So yeah. And hopefully Trevor Lawrence could have a good year, maybe. I mean, a lot of people are saying that's probably not going to happen in a while, probably. And I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't happen in a while, because the Jaguars, they suck right now. I think maybe I should end the stream here. Just trying to think about it. Yeah, you know what? You know what, you guys? I think I'm gonna end the stream here. I mean, I've been streaming for an hour. I mean, not a lot of people came, but I did have a few people who came and said happy birthday to me, so that was pretty good. And I mean, like, I did post a video on my first channel, and people commented on it and said happy birthday to me on it. So that was pretty nice, regardless, even though so like that was still pretty nice, especially even though nobody came to the stream. But like that's still fine because I mean, I'm still gonna have a really good birthday, and like if the Celtics do win today, that would make my day. So yeah, I'm gonna end the broadcast here. Thank you all for watching, and go Celtics today, and I'm gonna have a good birthday today, right? I definitely will. But yeah, anyway, see you later. Go Celtics. Let's defeat the Warriors and take a 3-1 series lead.